Hello, friends. Let's journey back in time to the 10th of April, 1912. The RMS Titanic, the largest and most luxurious ship of its era, is preparing to embark on its maiden voyage. The world watches in awe as this marvel of human engineering gets ready to sail from Southampton, England, to New York City. Aboard are passengers from all walks of life, renowned industrialists, celebrated actors, and hopeful immigrants yearning for a new beginning in America. Commanding this floating palace is the seasoned Captain Edward John Smith, 62 years old and esteemed as one of the best in the business. There's an electrifying buzz of excitement among the passengers, the public, and the media. The Titanic isn't just massive, 269 meters long and over 53 meters high. It's a symbol of opulence and advanced technology. Building this behemoth cost a staggering $7.5 million at the time, equivalent to about $400 million today. Step aboard, and you're transported into a world of unparalleled luxury. Imagine the finest stained glass mirrors, ornate wood paneling, and not one but two grand staircases. There's a heated swimming pool, a Turkish bath, an electric bath, a state-of-the-art gym, a squash court, 4 sumptuous restaurants, 2 barber shops, and a library. The Titanic is the epitome of sophistication. The White Star Line, the company behind this masterpiece, boasts that the ship is unsinkable, a claim so bold that the Vice President himself guarantees it. Yet, 2 days into her voyage, on April 12, 1912, the Titanic receives her first ice warnings. The North Atlantic is notorious for its icebergs, and the warnings are not to be taken lightly. Still, the ship plows ahead at full speed, around 40 kilometers per hour, showcasing both confidence and perhaps a hint of hubris. By April 14th, the warnings escalate, but Captain Smith and his crew remain undeterred. Night falls, bringing with it a deep, impenetrable darkness. The temperature plummets, and with no moon to light their way, visibility is almost nil. At 11:39 p.m., Frederick Fleet, perched in the crow's nest, spots a massive iceberg dead ahead. The icy wind stings his eyes, but he rings the alarm bell 3 times and urgently phones the bridge. First Officer William Murdoch reacts swiftly, ordering a sharp turn to port and reversing the engines. But it's too late. At 11:40 p.m., the unthinkable happens. The Titanic sideswipes the iceberg. This isn't a small chunk of ice. It's a gargantuan mass, estimated at 1.5 million tons, towering as high as the crow's nest. The collision rips open the starboard side, breaching 5 of the ship's watertight compartments. Despite its advanced safety features, a double-bottomed hull and 16 watertight compartments, the damage is catastrophic. The ship that was supposed to be unsinkable is now doomed. Captain Smith, upon realizing the severity of the damage, orders distress signals to be sent out. The RMS Carpathia, some 107 kilometers away, hears the call but is hours from reaching the Titanic. Meanwhile, the crew begins lowering lifeboats. But many passengers, convinced of the ship's invincibility, are reluctant to leave. The first lifeboat, with a capacity of 65, departs with only 28 aboard.
Oh yes, I was looking at it sinking when we were in the lifeboat, because we were in the lifeboats for 9 hours.
As water floods the ship's compartments, the grim reality sets in. By 1 a.m., the bow is submerged, lifting the stern high into the air. Panic spreads. The Titanic has only 20 lifeboats, enough for about 1,200 people, but there are over 2,200 aboard. At 2:05 a.m., the last lifeboat is lowered, leaving 1,500 souls still on the ship. At 2:20 a.m., the Titanic breaks apart and vanishes beneath the waves. A tragic footnote to this disaster involves the SS California, just 37 kilometers away. 1 hour before the collision, the Californian's radio operator had warned the Titanic of the ice ahead, but then turned off the radio and went to bed. Despite seeing distress flares, the crew, under Captain Stanley Lord, dismisses them as non-emergency signals. By the time the Californian realizes the truth, it's too late. The aftermath of the Titanic disaster brings sweeping changes to maritime safety. An international ice patrol is established to monitor icebergs. And the SOLAS, International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, treaty mandates lifeboats for all passengers and regular safety drills. In 1985, The wreck of the Titanic is discovered by ocean explorer Robert Ballard, lying 3,800 meters below the surface. The once grand ship is slowly being consumed by the ocean and is expected to disintegrate by 2030. Yet, the legend of the Titanic continues to fascinate and remind us of human ambition and vulnerability. Thank you for joining me on this journey through history. If the tale of the Titanic captivated you, just stay connected with the channel.